And we're live.
Did you guys hear about Driftor and his T levels?
Yes. Yeah, he was on the show and we talked about it, and I was like I watch enough like Derek for More Plates, More Dates, and like stuff like that to know that like Clomid for TRT is like not a common thing and doesn't make any sense. And then
there's some danger to it also.
Kyle, are you up to date on the very recent update?
I saw the thumbnail that said that like Driftor almost dies after stopping Clomid for
a lot of health problems. Yeah.
So his Driftor's very COVID sensitive, right? He's worried about it, and this doctor is like, "Why don't you come into the office?" He's like, "Dude, this is a bunch of boomers with no masks. I don't want to do that." And he's like, "Well, okay, over the phone, I just recommend you cut the Clomid cold turkey. You know, no post cycle therapy, nothing. Just cut it and see how that works for you." And it went bad for him in a half dozen different ways. You know, his mood was terrible. I'm trying to remember some of the he was nauseous. He had like blood sugar regulation issues, if I recall correctly, and he had to eat, but eating made him nauseous. So it was this battle to like eat even though he didn't want to. And it was just terrible, terrible. And he got back on the Clomid and he feels better now. But
I don't know why he's doing the Clomid. Why
does he just hypothermia?
Yeah, hypothermia.
Rapidly weakening joints, that fractured.
Instead of using fucking something that's
what is Clomid for again? Clomid for again?
It's used for post-cycle therapy for one thing to like kickstart the body's natural T. But I think originally I may have read it had something to do with like breast cancer or something like that.
Its primary purpose is for helping women get pregnant. And it can also be an indirect way for a guy to kickstart his testosterone production.
After he's like tamped it down by using exogenous hormones. You know, if you're injecting testosterone, your body says, "Oh, well, you don't need the balls to make it anymore. You seem to be getting it from somewhere else." And then when you cut the T, then all of a sudden you're like, your body doesn't go, "Oh shit, no T. Let's get the balls in order." the body's like, "What happened? I don't feel so good."
So Kyle's right, but in the case of Driftor, he just kickstarting it because his body wasn't working. He never abused steroids to get in that position. He just got unlucky.
Well, is he gonna switch up his this seems like a pretty getting what do you say, a severe hypoglycemia, shattering or fractured joints, like he's going back on the same drug. He's not going to try something new.
So the problem was stopping the drug. And at the end of the video, he got back on the Clomid, and now he feels much better.
But he knows like how bad it is to get off now. Like how scary that would be to.
All right, I got my degree by watching ER in Chicago Hope. But if I was his doctor, I would put him on TRT and say, "Bro, much like a diabetic or someone who's had a lung transfer, you are on a lifetime of medicine now. You're going to take TRT, and your T levels will just be where they're supposed to be until the day you die. This is your new life." And that's where I would put him.
Yeah, I feel like he should be talking to that doctor like, "Hey, this sort of withdrawal or whatever this was, we're not doing this again. That's not okay. But find me something better." Like
he said he felt like he was held hostage because he has to. He's pretty much. I think he said he has to take this for the rest of his life to get like regulated.
By that, like I take an antacid every day. I don't feel held hostage by private sex.
Captain has you by the short hairs, you bitch.
I don't feel. I'm like, yeah, no heartburn for me. I can eat. I can put Tabasco on my food if I want. I don't get it. Like if your body's not making testosterone, then why go in this roundabout way with Clomid? Why not just use a bioidentical hormone and give your body exactly what it wants, which is testosterone?
I don't know enough about any of this to say, but that does sound similar. Like it sounds similar, especially with like these are some really serious side effects.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's his body; he can do whatever he wants to it.
Yeah. I think he just likes the idea that his T comes from his balls, even if they need to get kickstarted. He likes that that's the process from which it derives.
Wings was on. Is he on TRT?
I heard he was.
Yeah, he's on like this terrible regimen where he's injecting like 200 milligrams every like 10 or 14 days or something crazy like that. So
what's wrong with that?
Well, like testosterone has like a half-life, right? So it's like, I mean, this isn't a great comparison, but let's say that you compare it to testosterone to like calories that you need to like survive. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll just eat a turkey on Monday and then I'll wait a week and eat another turkey the following Monday. Well, by like the weekend after you ate that turkey on Monday, you're literally starving and your body's falling apart. And like you're way below, you don't have any calories in your body. You're running on fumes. You're eating your body alive. Whereas like if you ate like a turkey leg every day, like maybe that makes a little more sense. Testosterone's the same fucking thing. It's got a half-life of like 8 days or something like that. And if he's doing it every 14 days, then 200 milligrams today is going to skyrocket his levels to this absurdly high level, probably like 1,500 total serum. And then by the end, you know, by 8 days later, it's like half that, which is fine. You know, okay, now you're high normal. But then 14 days after that, oh, now you've dipped way below normal again. And that fluctuation isn't exactly helpful either.
Yeah, it probably fucks with your mood and all sorts of
your estrogen
body
level,
regulation.
Because the estrogen isn't like, estrogen needs to be at a specific ratio for a man, like a testosterone to estrogen ratio. Having high estrogen isn't bad as long as you have high T to correspond to it. And you can't keep that ratio perfect if your testosterone is going up and then spiking down. Like the estrogen doesn't correspond exactly right. So you get all these weird estrogen levels, lots of fluctuation there. It's not a healthy practice. And it's not what like TRT clinics prescribe.
Well, then why would his doctor have given it to him?
Because he went to a doctor in an office near him. He went to like an endocrinologist, like there in Myrtle Beach. I'm guessing. I don't follow him.
Has he said that he likes it, or made any comments about it?
He just bragged about how he was like, you know, when I worked at Lab Tech, I was certified to give these injections, and it's like, there's no such thing as like an injection certificate. Maybe they gave you like a fucking blue ribbon one day because you like they showed you like which end of a syringe goes where, but like
I do get the tip and the plunger mixed up sometimes, so he's got me.
Yeah, but he almost made it sound like he was like an EMT or something, like he had a degree or like he passed some kind of course. And
maybe like, Lab Tech has this certification for staff.
I would
try to make a truth out of it. Possible. I don't know. Yeah,
anything is possible. But yeah, he's putting that big fat syringe in his. And he's also putting his thigh, right? Which you can end up with like an embolism. You can end up with an infection.
What's an embolism?
I know it's bad.
It's air. So you get and then like if he gets an infection there in his thigh, they've got to cut that out.
Yeah, they got to use like a soil sample corer to get that out.
I wonder how he's doing.
Like an ice cream scoop.